Welcome to the heart of Sooner Nation, Gaylord family, Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. And if you aren't familiar with the saying, Boomer Sooner, you will be soon enough. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. As we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Sooners will put total leather and will get started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Power football with the run. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Went to the running game on 3rd down and picked up 5, but still a couple of yards short. It's 4th and 2. The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4-and-out if they don't convert. Snap it to the back. Tackled, but he has a 1st down.
There are not a lot of head coaches that I think are willing on their opening drive to go for it on 4th down, especially in that kind of field position. But this head coach ain't scared. He believes in his running back. He believes in his offensive line to go pick it up, and that's exactly what they did.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Yeah, and this quarterback's got to know that this isn't practice. This isn't back with his QB guru. He's not trying to throw around brooms or around big bags. That is an arm attached to a body that bench presses 500 pounds. He's got to do better.
Sports across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Dances away. He chucks one out to the right. Fires into traffic, picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
All right, good news, the game just got started. There's still a lot of football left to play. The bad news is, though, you've already now turned it over and handed the defense an interception. The quarterback's going to have to be more dialed in with his decision-making in this game.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
A really good job focusing on the catch. A lot of people get lost on their feet and trying to stay in bounds, but did a good job catching the football first and then getting that 1 foot they needed in bounds.
Toss sweep to the left. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and short.
The best offenses are the ones that can run the football in the red zone when the defense knows it's coming. It's hard to throw the ball down in this area of the field. They go with the toss play, and they pick up a big gain.
The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Give to the running back. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mode.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
All right, this offense just keeps trying to pound the ball into the end zone down tight, but the defense, they're very, very physical. So I think you got to think about either a perimeter run, a potential run-pass option, or let your quarterback try to go make a play thrown.
They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma! You want to make sure this Boomer Sooner crowd gets it going early. That is one way to get it done.
And we get to break out the Sooner schooner. The wagon gets to come out. Everybody gets jacked up. Everybody gets excited. Oklahoma has an electric atmosphere. When these fans get involved early like this, good luck.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this route.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. This guy can throw it. Going over the top. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Nothing but green ahead. Touchdown, Wisconsin. And once he got loose, it was all over.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Florida Atlantic has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe there in Boca Raton. They're up by 10 over FIU. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Sooner offense returns to the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse? It's complete! A huge pickup! Right down the gut of the field! And he ran away from the defense to take it in! Touchdown, Sooner! Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that one. Nice job.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Offense getting set for first down. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Well, jet sweep pass. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Give to the single back. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield.
Great job on defense. They did their film study. On 3rd down, they're trying to dial up the screen, see if they can get these pass rushers way up the field, but no can do. They get a tackle for loss on the play, now setting up 4th.
Makes a nice grab at the 25. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. He's going up top. He hauls it in, and nobody's close. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the extra point is good. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. On first down, here comes this offense. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Wiggles free. Takes a hit as he fires. Got a man in the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Complementary offensive football, finding just enough balance, and Wisconsin quarterbacks have always done a great job staying within their system.
Stay within the system, stay within yourself, know when to chuck the football. But more importantly, what do you got to do, Reese? You got to take care of the football. Play action, make those plays, but don't put the ball in harm's way.
Finds his tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. The completion short of the sticks, it's 2nd down. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Still running at the 40. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And that is just great total defense on that play. First off, you get pressure and you get to hit the quarterback. But 2, you've got the intended target double covered. There is Just no way the offense was coming up with a completion on that play.
Safe completion on the screen. Finding more yards with the spin move. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the third down, now setting up first and goal.
He's going to pass. Pressure coming. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Fast motion from the offense. Quick pass on the jet motion. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to push your passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
This seems to be a chip shot field goal attempt and a routine 3 points, but they will go for it on fourth down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Blasted as he lets it go. Batted into the air, and it's picked. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing it. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And they'll take over first and second.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure.
Headed to the end zone, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Badgers.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. Boy, they want to get this back right now, lining up for an onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Line gets set, first down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. A little screen to the running back. Open space at the 25. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Sooners have moved it inside the 20. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. To the air on first down. Lets it fly. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
This defense is going to have to make some adjustments here at halftime because they have been taken advantage of deep down the field in the passing game. They've already given up 2 TD passes. That was almost number 3, and we're only in the first half.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Getting some heat. Using his legs to buy some time. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. He just wisely got rid of that when the worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone.
I'm impressed with this defense, man, because that QB is lightning fast. You see how fast that defender was able to get to him and force the incompletion? Wow.
offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Going up top on first down. He'll pull it down. They get him on the ground. Didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. He wants to throw. Gonna take a shot. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Comes out throwing on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And that is interception number 3 on the day. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Badgers will kick it off to start the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue.
And he's got it at the 25. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of the game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20. The pull and throw off the RPO. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season? This guy's had scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. He'll bring it out. It's O'Donnell. Didn't find much room at all as he'll go out of bounds at the 12. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick.
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Touchdown Sooner! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
On second down, wants to throw. Get it out on the screen. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
Zings it complete to the right. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Just keep giving him the easy catches until they do something to stop it.
Yeah, you're going to dictate to the defense. You're going to make the defense cover him up, and then obviously it leaves the middle of the field a little bit more wide open for receiver for our tight end. So QB keeps making the right decision, getting the ball to running back, and he's making plays.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
The Badgers are rolling down the field. Looking to go up top on first down. Got his man on the right. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
He's got an open man. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
I think one of the most undervalued assets in good quarterback play is the play-action game. Making the run fake honestly and truthfully looking like run. You're fooling the defense, and then you're just making it easier on yourself because you're giving yourself bigger lanes to throw the football into.
Makes the catch. Oh, and he thought he had a chance to house him, but the defense tackles him at the 3. And the Badgers will hustle to the line. Oh, this defense wants to bring some pressure. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And the defense has given up some plays, some passing yards on this drive. You want to stop that? Nice job rushing the quarterback, making him feel a little bit of pressure and getting him on the ground and now getting him behind the sticks.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Third and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect.
That makes the score Oklahoma 42.
After that score, they'll try to build some momentum here in the third quarter and get it back with an onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. And that pass intercepted. Bringing it back. He's at the 40. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes.
And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
He's got his man. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Oklahoma 42, Wisconsin 17.
First down to start the drive after the break. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His 1st interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Wants to throw on first down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
It's incomplete. It's 2nd down.
After the misfire, now on 2nd down. They go to the ground. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. When they put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
At the 13-yard line.
So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. The Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. The give. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Keep it on the ground. Got enough space. Touchdown, Wisconsin. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's perfect. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Texas Tech is currently ahead in this one. The Jones is just jam-packed today, but the Scarlet and Black have struggled to really pull away. They're up by 10 over the Sharks. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some.
Dang, well, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
He's back to throw on second down. He lofts one down the sideline. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
And it's okay that that ball's incomplete. It's important this offense comes out and they show that they want to be aggressive. They show that they're willing to take shots and they're going to try and take the top off of this defense. Not able to connect on that one, but that will not be the last deep ball we see in this game.
He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job. But a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
At midfield, he's got room. Afterburner's coming. The 10. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And the punishment has been extended. They add on to this lead, and it looks as if they'll be moving to 2-0. And the extra point splits the uprights. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Looking to throw. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Trying to pick up 7 here on second down from the 20. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. Quick pass on the fly motion. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. On fourth down, looking to pass. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26. Looking for a productive play on first down. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Trying to escape and get it himself.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
He's moving out of the pocket. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass, and you want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. The AT unit on the field. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. Here's the return from inside his 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Quickly complete. On the move at the 30. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. He wants to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Oh, he makes the catch. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. And listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking. And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gets rid of it. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. He is stopped short of the line to gain. The fourth down try goes awry, and that might just do it. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, and this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect it.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team all game long. So let's just run the ball. Let's just ice this football game. Take the W into the locker room.
Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Racing down the left side. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Loving what I'm seeing from this offense this week. And talking to them, they felt like last week's win was a lot closer than what it should have been. They didn't play to their full potential, but they did that here in this game. When they're hitting on all cylinders, they are scared.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. That might be overdoing it, keeping it away from the return man as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Floats it out in space. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. He's looking to pass. Throws to the wideout. Fires into traffic, and it's picked off. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
He's got him this time. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. Out of the gun to give to the back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Quarterback checking the play. On second down, he'll fire. He saw just enough daylight to move the sticks and get it done with his legs. And the Sooners are in the hurry-up. Here's the snap, looking to throw. They'll run the screen. Touchdown, Sooner! And the beatdown has ensued. That leads a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in Week 3.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's O'Donnell. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Bunch formation trying to confuse the secondary. They'll throw it on first down. On target over the middle. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. One more play to pad the stats. They'll throw it on first down. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is complete. Winning